You're a podcast listener, and this is a podcast ad. Reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Lips and Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a reproduced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience with Lips and Ads. Go to lipsandads.com now. That's LIBSYN ads.com.
This is the Washington Times front page for Wednesday, June 5th, 2024. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. President Biden is issuing a proclamation suspending the entry of migrants who cross the southern border unlawfully, and the Departments of Homeland Security and Justice are issuing rules limiting those migrants' ability to claim asylum. Stephen Dinan reports officials said the shutdown is effective immediately. It applies to people who show up at the southern border without prior approval, either through a visa or by asking for parole. Those who come anyway will have limited chances to fight deportation. The result will be faster deportations and potentially fewer people attempting to enter unlawfully. The move utilizes the kind of tools former President Trump used to secure the border during his tenure. Federal prosecutors used Hunter Biden's voice and text messages to make the case that he was a drug user who lied on paperwork to purchase a gun. On the first day of testimony in his trial, Jeff Murdoch reports jurors heard Hunter's audio narration of his memoir in which he detailed his drug use and saw text messages in which he claimed to have smoked crack days before purchasing the weapon. Prosecutors said Biden's words prove he was abusing drugs when he filled out a federal firearms application in October 2018 when he claimed he was not an unlawful user of controlled substances. The Department of Education recently reported that 67% of public school districts responding to a survey said they must fill multiple teaching vacancies before the next school year begins. Sean Salai reports about 59% said they also must fill non-teaching roles this summer. The numbers are up from a similar survey before the 2022-2023 school year, according to the National Center for Education Statistics. The Department of Education estimates that 95,000 fewer employees serve public school students now than before the pandemic. Officials say rising numbers of Spanish-speaking and special needs students, declining enrollments, and burnout among faculty and staff added to recruitment struggles. The FBI has restored the security clearance and authorized 27 months of back pay for an agent once suspended for disclosures related to the investigations of January 6 defendants. Kerry Pickett reports Marcus Allen was part of a group of FBI agents who called themselves whistleblowers, testifying to Congress and disclosing what they believed was mistreatment by the Bureau. Allen was dinged because he emailed several news items within his office related to former President Trump that were deemed conspiratorial. Department of Justice Inspector General Michael Horowitz faulted the DOJ for not providing an appeal process for employees whose security clearances are suspended for more than a year and who say an agency is retaliating against them. And finally, the U.S. and China are taking turns wooing Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin arrived in Cambodia on Tuesday for talks just after China's military exercise with the Cambodian army. The U.S. has watched with concern in recent years as Cambodia deepens its economic and security ties with China. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.
UTIs are the worst. I've been there. One year, I had 8 UTIs. If you get UTIs, then you understand how awful the cycle can be. I was taking all the precautions, and cranberry products, they just never worked for me. I was desperate for a way to be proactive. It was hard on me and on my husband.
It was tough to see her in pain, and I wanted to help.
I'm Jenna.
And I'm Spencer.
With Spencer's background in biochemistry
and our shared frustration when it came to UTIs, we were inspired to start Eucora.
At Eucora, we make innovative urinary tract supplements and UTI relief products. Our effective urinary tract supplements finally give you a way to be proactive.
Feel like you've tried everything? We get it. We have a money-back guarantee so you can try risk-free. If you're not happy, you'll get a full refund.
We're on a mission to help women get their lives back. Ready to join them? Go to eucora.com today. eucora.com.